Woo! What's up, people? I'm back. How you doing out there? Alright, so we're getting ready today to talk about proportion word problems. I know you see the words word problem and you get all crazy. Don't worry, I'm going to teach you how to do it today with no problem. And by the way, happy fall, y'all. Happy fall. You enjoying those cooler temperatures? I know I am. When I get up and go run at 6 o'clock in the morning, 45 is better than a whole lot better than running at 75. So get up in the morning, get up and go run you a couple miles when it's 45 out in the morning. It makes you feel good. All right, here we go. Okay, so we'll get back to that in a minute. That is a classic. All right, so just to kind of let you know, you're going to be looking at some of these word problems like this, okay? Or maybe some of these word problems down here like this. And you've got to set up a proportion to make those jokers work, okay? So I'm going to try to talk to you a little bit about being consistent with your ratios. To start off with, okay? So you got to be consistent, all right? Just like every morning, first thing you do, if you get up and go to the bathroom, or maybe you get up and go eat breakfast or whatever you do, I'm sure you probably do something consistently every day. Put on your deodorant before you put your shirt on, whatever it might be, okay? So you got to be consistent. So for example, over here on the left side, if you put inches over hours on this side in a ratio on the left, then over here on the right, you also have to put inches over hours, okay? So you can't flip it over and put the hours up there and the inches down there. You've got to be consistent with both ratios. Whatever you do on the left one, you got to do on both sides.
That's okay. Inches over hours, inches over hours. Let's say we got another one. Let's say you've got red over blue on this one. Alright, if you do red over blue on this side, on the left on the ratio, you got to do red over blue over here. So be consistent. Now, could you do blue over red? Sure. If you did blue over red on this side, then you'd have to do blue over red on this side. So whatever you do, the key word here, people, is be consistent with how you set them up. Alright, so I'm going to do one of them off of here. It's going to save me some writing. So let's talk about Jose, okay? It says Jose can read 7 pages of his book in 5 minutes. At this rate, how long will it take him to read the 175-page book? So Jose's got 7 pages in 5 minutes. So if it's me, okay, so this is actually problem number 6. Jose can read 7 pages in 5 minutes. So I'm just going to do a couple of them like this and actually write down some helpful little things there so I know what's what. So it says he can read 7 pages in 5 minutes. Okay. The rest of it just says, at this rate, how long will it take him to read the entire 175-page book? Okay. So the other thing I have in this question is 175 pages. So where should I put the 175 in this proportion? Okay. Should I put it in the numerator or denominator? Well, since it's talking about pages, that means I'm going to put it up here. And then you can put your n or your x or whatever variable you want to put down there. I don't care what variable you use. It makes no difference to me. All right? So I've got pages over minutes. I've got pages over minutes that I don't know. You could do it the other way around. You could put, okay, I'll just show you over here. So you could put 5 minutes over 7 pages equals n over 175 pages. And that would be totally fine to do as well. See, on this one I've got the pages in the top, and on this one I've got the pages on the bottom on both ratios. So it doesn't matter whichever way you decide to do it, it's fine, because when you cross multiply and get your products, 7 times n, of course, is 7n. 5 times 175. Again, you can do it in your head. That's good. If you can't, feel more than free to get your calculator. Clear mine. So 5 times 175. My product is 875. Okay. If we do it over here and see how we did it on this one, that would be 7 times n is 7n. 5 times 175 gives me 875. So either way, it's going to end up giving you the same answer. Don't forget you got to divide by whatever number is in front of the variable, which in this case the 7 is the number in front of the variable, so I divide by 7 on the left, I divide by 7 on the right, divide by 7 on the left, divide by 7 on the right. Of course 7 divided by 7 is what? 1. So those cancel out. Same thing over here. 7 divided by 7 is 1, and they cancel out. So to get your answer, n equals whatever, you got to do 875 divided by 7. So 875 divided by 7. That's 125. Okay. Now, of course, if you had to do it long, work it out long ways, that would be 875 divided by 7. You'd put your decimal there, add your couple of zeros if you needed to, and work it all out. So that goes in once, 7 goes into 17 twice, and then 7 goes into 35 5 times. And then you've got nothing down there, so that means this is a terminating decimal. Alright, so there's a good review of a little bit of everything right there. How to set up the proportion, solve it with the calculator, also how to divide it out by long division and get it as a terminating decimal. So n equals 125. So hopefully that helps you out with that one. Alright, so when you go down here to where 125 is, it says cross out the box containing your answer. So you'll just mark that out. Okay, color it in, whatever. So go down there and find them all. Alright, let's do one of them on this side. One of the ones that always seems to be hard is this question right here, so I'm going to read this one for you about the U.S. nickel. So a U.S. nickel contains 3.9 grams of copper and 1 2/10 grams of nickel. So a nickel actually has more copper in it than it does nickel to make the nickel coins.
Alright, so it looks like, of course, we've got an amount of copper and we've got an amount of nickel. So I'm going to start it out by putting 3.9 grams of copper on top and the 1.2 grams of nickel on the bottom. So this is letter J. So I'm going to slide this stuff down a little bit, slide that up. Alright, so this one is letter J on the back. So 3.9 grams of copper, so that's the copper number, over 1.2 grams of nickel. Okay, so again, I'm just taking that from that first sentence right there. 3.9 grams of copper and 1.2 grams of nickel. So I'm putting the copper over the nickel. Again, you could do it the other way around and put the nickel over the copper. Totally fine if you want to do it that way. Just be consistent. Alright, how many kilograms of copper must be combined with 500 kilograms of nickel to make the nickel coins? So the other number I know is 500 kilograms of nickel. Where do I need to put the 500 at? Well, since I put nickel down here, that means I need to put my other number down here, so the 500 should go down there because that is also nickel. And I'll put my N up that way. Okay? I'm not going to do it both ways this time like I did the other one. I'm just going to do this one once. Alright, so let's do a little cross multiplication product action. So 1.2 times N is a 1.2 N, and 500 times 3.9. Well, I know 4 times 500 would be 2,000, so this is going to be something really close to 2,000. Let's see what it's going to be. 3 9/10 times 500. 1950. Really close to 2,000, right? 1,950. Okay, I knew it was going to be close to 2,000. Okay, now, again, you got to divide by the number that's in front of the variable. So in this case, it's the 1.2. That's what the variable, what we got when we did our cross product there. So I'm going to divide by 1 2/10 on the left side, which means I also got to divide by 1 2/10 on the right. So whatever you do on the left, you got to do on the right. Do the same thing.
1 2/10 divided by 1 2/10, what is that? Well, of course, that gives you 1, so they cancel it to a 1. So that leaves you with n equals, now whatever we get here, don't forget we got to round it to the nearest tenth. Okay, so we're going to round to nearest tenths. So let's see what we come up with. It may come out to be the nearest tenth, but we'll find out. So 1950 divided by 1 2/10 is, oh, it came out to be a whole number, 1625. 1,625. Didn't even have to worry about the tenths place because the decimal's right there. All right, and on this page, it says find your answer, and then write this word in the box. So besides 1625 is the word can. So you would go up to box J up here and write can in box J. Okie dokie. So for those of you that are actually watching, it's time for the riddle of the day. So if you'd like to get extra credit, here is your riddle. What has 13 hearts but no other organs? What has 13 hearts? Man, I don't know about that. Got no other organs. If you know the answer to that riddle, send it to me. Don't forget to email me. That's at dreid@davidson.k12.nc.us. Dreid, D-R-E-I-D, right? Make sure you spell it right now. Reid. All right, and you know the rest. At davidson.k12.nc.us. 13 hearts, no other organs. Very good. All right. So now, if you will please make sure to be consistent in your setup of these word problems, you should be good to go, okay? Remember, if you do inches over hours on the left ratio, do inches over hours. Here we did pages over minutes and pages over minutes, okay? Down here we did copper over nickel, and we're going to do copper over nickel as well there. So be consistent. Don't flip-flop them around, okay? Don't be like some of these politicians and say one thing one day and say something else the next. Be straight every time. Do it the right way. Keep it consistent every time. All right, if you also happen to know the name of this song and the artist, you can get some extra credit by sending me that, along with the riddle that we just had a minute ago. All right, it's good to talk to you people. Hope everybody's doing all right today. Get out and enjoy some of that pretty fall weather. It's fall, y'all. And I hope you have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, show your work, send me a picture of your work, attach it even better. Until then, it is hasta la vista, baby.